just, I feel like there's more confidence. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, you know, I like to be the underdog. I love to have a chip on my shoulder and really just, you know, embrace that blue-collar mentality to where it's against us versus everybody, you know, and I love that. But for some guys, you know, they need that confidence, and I think it really helps. So it's a good thing for sure.
Logan, how tough will it be to try to do what you guys did last year after losing so much talent?
It's definitely not going to be easy, but I mean, we got to give our younger guys credit. We got some great athletes that are going to come and step up at the running back position and outside linebacker. I'm sure you're talking about Josh and Benny and them. So I really think that, I mean, the drop-off isn't going to be bad. People are talking about how, oh, you lost this, you lost that. I think we're going to be fine. I really do.
So with that being said, how much do you expect Lynn Bowden's role to expand or stay the same? How do you see his role being?
Yeah, I mean, Lynn is an athlete, so he's going to get the ball wherever we think he can do something with him, you know? So as you saw last year, he had a few punt returns for tutties, and he's a great receiver. I think we're going to get him the ball as much as possible.
How about him as a leader and a person? It seems like he himself has talked about wanting to grow into those roles this season. Do you see him making some changes to take that?
Yeah. And I think definitely for a person like that, when you're good at football, it makes it easier to be a leader. You know, people are already looking up to you. It just takes a little bit of vocalizing it, and then it really sets you over the edge. But I definitely see him taking steps to do that.
You're a very well-spoken guy, and somebody told me, no, I need to ask you about trash talking because it was one of your specialties.
Yeah, I love trash talking. I think that as an offensive lineman, you know, there's two parts of the position. You know, you got to beat them physically and you got to beat them mentally. And we take pride on being really smart in the offensive line, and we really try to incorporate that into trash talking. You know, we want to be effective in our trash talk, so we do that, and it helps us win blocks, I believe.
So if I'm going against you, what are you going to say to me right off the bat?
Well, see, it's not going to be right off the bat. You know, we're going to start off, I'm going to beat you physically a few times, see where you're weak, and then I'm going to start, you know, exposing that, making sure that you know that you're getting beat by me in front of millions of people. So that's what's going to happen.
And do the other guys talk back to you?
Of course. Oh yeah, it's always jabbering back and forth. It's a good time.
And after it's over, then is it forgotten? Or
of course.
Well,
but
do you remember guys that annoyed you last year?
No. I don't remember certain guys. Defensive line as a whole, I think Mississippi State was a little, you know, nastier, talking a little bit more than usual, but that's about it.
Is it stuff that you can repeat in this room, or is it better?
No, it'd be a lot of censors.
Now, did you start toning in on all your trash talking while you were in high school at James Clemens?
Exactly, yeah. I think it's really, I think it was brought to me from my brothers. I grew up as the youngest, had 3 older brothers. So, I mean, they would absolutely abuse me. Going back to wrestling, they would, we had this big mat in the backyard, and they would just, you know, do suplexes on me and headbutt me. And it really taught me how to fend for myself, I think.
Do you think it helped?
So they're my half brothers, so they're much smaller than me. So about high school, I could start throwing them around if I wanted to. So they stopped messing with me then.
Favorite finisher?
Favorite finisher? I like the FU a lot. Sorry.
Do you think it helps you become a better player?
I do. I really do. I think you know, you have to have a competitive edge to play at this level, especially in SEC. So being brought up like that and being taught how to fight, I think it's really helped me.
Are quarterbacks and receivers and running backs doing it too, or is it mainly just the offensive, defensive line thing?
Well, you know, I'm usually talking so loud I can barely hear myself talk, so I don't know what they're saying.
Do the refs ever come in and say, okay, that's enough?
Oh, of course, which I don't agree with. I feel like you should be able to talk as much as possible, as long as you don't touch them, you know? It's just words. So.
Going back to James Clemens, the beat Bob Jones this year, you know,
Yeah.
you were from afar, but what does that say about the Jets program? And since you were one of the people that laid the foundation to get this team to the success they have it now.
Yeah, there's a lot of similarities between UK and James Clemens, I think, you know. A couple years ago, we weren't that great, and now you can see us coming on the uprise, and I wish nothing but the best for James Clemens, Coach Swearingen, and Coach Waldrop. I think they're doing great over there. I think that's just the beginning. I think beating Bob Jones is the least of their worries right now. I think they're looking at state championships and you know, winning district every year, so I'm excited for them.
Did you pay attention to that playoff game that just came down to the last second?
I did. I'm a proud alum, so I'm definitely keeping up with it. So.
You said the offensive line are probably the most intelligent group. Who's the smartest among you guys?
Luke Fortner. I hate to admit it. Luke Fortner is a mechanical engineer, I believe. So the dude is just stupid smart. I mean, if we have trouble with math problems, I just hand it to him. I'm like, hey, buddy, can you handle this for me? He's super smart, football-wise and book-wise.
Chemistry-wise, you're as a unit. You played a lot of snaps with Drake now, side by side. How good of a tandem do you think you guys can be this season?
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, really just having a guy that you're comfortable with is kind of like a security blanket, you know? I know I can lean on him, he can lean on me. It's easy to do my job, and I know he's doing his, you know? So it's a great advantage for us, especially with Landon coming back too. If we can get him back in the swing of things like he did 2 years ago, I think the left side is going to be extremely hard.
How big?